and welcome to I believe this is the 12th episode.
It is number 12.
Yeah, of Midnight Media's show, This Movie Sucks.
Most importantly, it's the second episode that I am in.
Yep, special guest star, Power Bottom.
Illustrious Power Bottom. Thank you.
Sorry, yes, illustrious
Yes.
Power Bottom. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Yesterday we watched Warhammer 40k movie. You want to take us off?
The story, Ultramarines is the name of the film. Film, of course, being a generous title, but it follows a squad of Ultramarines that answer a distress call from an Imperial shrine world, and a full company of Imperial fists. A full company of Imperial fists were stationed there, but there's no answer from them. The squad investigates to find out what has happened there. It stars Terrence Stamp, Captain Severus John Hurt, Chaplain Carnett Sean Kirby.
That's the greatest name of all time. Stars Captain Severus John Hurt.
So I just assumed it was like Christopher Lee, who was actually like. I assumed he had that title.
You read it like you were fucking sure.
I had never been more confident in somebody's name in my entire life.
Oh, it was a beautiful thing, Garrett. It was a beautiful thing.
The only thing that tipped me off is these two laughing.
So it's a movie about a bunch of Buzz Lightyears. And
They come, then they fight.
They come to the fight.
so they gotta go rescue other Buzz Lightyears, but these ones are yellow.
There's a differentiation
And the
between
yellow Buzz Lightyears are undead
and bad.
and not good.
No.
Are they infected by the chaos?
They are infected by the chaos.
Yep.
Wait.
So what's the chaos, Garrett?
This is what I wanted to tell you last night, but I couldn't think of it.
Oh, so well.
It's a link to that movie.
What?
Not canonically, but there's that whole thing. What's that Event Horizon movie where the spaceship comes back?
Yeah.
And it brings
Buzz
like
Lightyear?
hell, a dimension.
Yeah.
People theorize that the chaos from Warhammer 40k, that's actually the canonical starting event of where it came from.
So it's the beast from Homeworld Cataclysm.
Actually, that's kind of a cool theory because technically Warhammer 40k is supposed to exist in the real world. Because it's supposed to be 40,000 years in the future of this world.
We haven't made a lot of progress.
Well, isn't it 40,000 years in the future of the Warhammer world?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the Warhammer
well-
world is supposed to be our world.
And
Where did the
doesn't
Skaven come from?
No, so that's
The lizard
Warhammer
thing.
Age of Sigmar. That's like medieval Warhammer, and then I think
Jesus.
Warhammer 40k is 40,000 years into the future of the Age of Sigmar world. The Skaven are the rat army from
Listen,
Age of
kids,
Sigmar.
Warhammer is one of the nerdiest single things a human being can get into.
It's also one of
And-
the most expensive hobbies a human being can get into. I
It's a-
have no savings account, and I also happen to play Warhammer. Correlation or causation, I don't know, but there is strong evidence towards the latter.
But it's a tabletop game with miniatures and you fight armies and battle. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
very expensive.
but
You do get to customize the army, which is super sick.
Yeah,
and it's also
it's actually pretty sweet.
it's also awesome.
It is
saying.
cool. No, I'm not bashing it. I have an army.
Wait, what army is it?
I have, they're all old ones, but wood elves. I have Skaven. I have some goblins,
Nerd.
and then I have Eldar and
Nice, good man. Eldar, hot.
Wait, so did you play Warhammer Age of Sigmar or did you play Warhammer 40k?
both.
Well, Skaven weren't in 40k.
Yeah, there's no rat race in 40k. I
No.
played the medieval version one.
I
It was
have-
just called Warhammer.
I have a box of the like Brave Lords, but I have yet to actually build it. Get a load of this guy. So anyways, the film was not as cool as the game.
I hope not.
It was mid as heck, as youngins say.
Yeah. Warhammer 40k is awesome. I've been really getting into the lore a lot. There's some great lore videos on YouTube.
It's cool.
And
Yeah.
West Hammer is really good.
yeah, the books are really awesome. What was I just telling you about that machine?
Dreadnought.
You guys know anything about the dreadnoughts in Warhammer?
Are they Space Marines?
So basically, when a Space Marine dies, or they get really close to dying,
Yeah.
It's really hard to kill a space marine.
It was really goddamn easy in that film.
That was
it's also really goddamn easy in the lore for everything else. Like Necrons and stuff.
I think he's trying to say that Space Marines are really tough, but compared to everything else.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I can't kill a space marine, but
You
John
cannot.
Wick can.
Yeah.
No.
John Wick would probably get that.
John Wick, but if he was an ancient metal alien,
What about the Master Chief?
Master
He might
Chief,
have a shot.
he might be.
Luke Skywalker?
Nah, he's.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Maybe. But anyways,
I was trying to steer towards some nerdy stuff I actually know.
No, well, like the thing is Luke Skywalker is just a Grey Knight without the armor, because the Grey Knights are psychers, meaning they can essentially tap into the magic. It's chaos, but they can tap into the warp and essentially cast magic.
That's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Psych.
So, like, take Luke Skywalker, genetically modify him to be like Sean Connery's idea of a man.
Someone that knows when a woman deserves the backhand.
yes.
Amen, brother.
No. That's just how Sean Connery felt.
So
Not me.
We don't like women. Good man.
all right. So I will say though, in the film that we watched, Ultramarines,
All right, the film.
they gave a terrible representation of Space Marines. And it wasn't just that the animation was bad. Like, I'll say that right off the bat. I was excited to watch a Warhammer movie, but the animation in this, I mean, this came out in 2010.
There are shorts on YouTube done by independent creators that
What's
are far better quality
Astartes or
animation.
whatever it's called?
Astartes is the name of like Space Marines. Like
No, but it's
Yeah,
also-
no,
it's
but
a
it's
show.
also a short, like a fan
Oh,
made
yeah,
that
yeah.
actually looks
yeah.
good.
Yeah. No, this looks like it was made in like 2002. Like,
I was gonna say 2004
was it
was
actually?
what I thought. It was
That
made in
would make-
2010.
no, it's made in 2010, and it looks like garbage.
I was gonna say, if it's made in 2002,
Yeah.
it's older than I am.
It looks like a bad
That's
video game.
terrifying.
Like,
2003.
Yeah, it looks like a PlayStation 2 graphics.
I was gonna say
I was gonna
PS1.
say, yeah.
It's okay.
PlayStation 2 wasn't.
They're not that
bad.
polygonal, but the models used are pretty bad.
Yeah. And it was so weird for me because, like, for the first, like, half of it, I was like, what is the story here? It was just, like, Space Marines walking slowly.
So it
In
wasn't
the
just me.
dust.
It wasn't just me. It was kind of, it just went around and blasted
Yeah.
stuff.
But
And
they took about 10, 15, generously 20 minutes of story and stretched it out to an hour 10.
16.
Hour 16 was the length, but that includes the credits.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, it
Which
really
I did not watch.
felt like a fan project or something. But that's weird to say because fan projects have been done that are way better quality.
it felt like it was made for little kids who didn't care about a plot
Yeah, but it
line.
was extremely gory.
Yeah, like
For little kids?
How little? I would have let my son
SEO.
watch it. It didn't look real.
yeah, it was.
I mean,
There's nothing compared to today's video games.
What do you think was gorier, this movie or Repo?
oh, Repo, definitely.
Repo,
But
yeah.
this movie was CGI, so it was like,
Well, some of Repo.
There were a few cool shots.
I will say, speaking of cool shots, at 28 minutes in, they're in this like hovercraft that they're using on the planet that never gets used again.
I thought that was odd.
which was weird because they like get attacked, but nothing happens to the hovercraft.
We never see that gun get fired.
No,
He's
but
just like, you're on the gun, and we never see him on the gun again.
But the coolest part about it is that the Space Marine in front, they're getting shot at, and he doesn't do anything and just tanks a bullet to the chest. He's just like blink.
Yeah, do that a few times.
Yeah.
But then later,
Later, they get killed in one shot.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
and not like it misses their armor and goes around or something. It just goes through. And I was like, oh well, this is where they're gonna get all their, they're gonna get some cybernetics and all that stuff. Because Jack was, oh yeah, it's crazy, all the cloning and genetic stuff. And
They're
I'm like,
supposed to
no,
be the
he's
peak
just
of
dead.
humanity. Yeah.
He's just dead.
Well, yeah, and all the Space Marines were just like old dudes under their helmets.
Yes.
And like, I get some of them are like older general guys, but like, aren't they supposed to be like beefy, roided out
They can
psychos?
live to be 10,000 years old.
They're often pretty old because they have a really like.
No, they're not.
It's pretty good.
Because
10,000 looking like
They
you're
usually die before they get to be old.
Well, no, but like like they'll have gray hair and stuff because they're actually like 400 years old.
Right. But they weren't beefy. They had skinny necks.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna say your
that's
grandchildren won't.
Yeah, it's problematic. I want
400.
some dudes with like, you know,
Yeah.
juggernauts.
No. They were.
And
they
they'll
were
live that long?
a little turkey necked.
Maybe.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna have kids. Okay.
It was.
Are you asking the boy?
He's
don't
too
know.
young. He doesn't know yet.
It was unfortunate because it was like. I've been watching so much Warhammer lore lately. I was raring to go to get into some beefy 40k nonsense, and then it's just like, let's watch some Buzz Lightyears walk around the
And then
planet.
the worst part is, you finally get some action, and it's so choppy and badly animated that you can't tell what's going on half the time. The coolest part was when, spoilers, I guess. Does it matter?
What are we spoiling?
Well, I'm about to.
Oh,
Is when, what's his name there? Captain Severus.
John Hurt.
The actor or the character?
No, Captain Severus.
That's his name, sir. Captain Severus John Hurt.
Comes back from the dead after falling out that window with the demon, and they don't realize that he's been, I don't know, infected with the chaos. I'm not really familiar with the lore.
Yeah.
And he's actually like kicking ass, and he's the only one that can,
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It turns out it wasn't even him.
right? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, they really need their
I
captain.
mean,
no?
Space Marines that get infected with chaos and become Chaos Space Marines do become like roided up people.
He doesn't become a Chaos Space Marine. He just becomes a demon. Like, it's a demon who.
Oh, you eventually.
like possession.
Well, he like takes off the face of the Space Marine and wears it. Because then later he's like, I need a new face.
Yeah.
I was under the impression they're becoming Chaos Space Marines, but that would be an actually decent plot line.
In the beginning of the transformation,
That would have been
he
sweet.
had this giant head and upper body and tiny legs, and it reminded me of.
Like Joshua Morelli.
Do you remember? This may sound strange, but the Scooby-Doo movie, the one with
I might.
Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. and
Never saw
Matthew
it.
Dillard.
Masterpiece.
What was the villain?
Well, it was Mr. Bean, whatever his name is, but eventually you learn that it's spoilers for freaking Scooby-Doo, I guess. that it's actually Scrappy-Doo. And he starts absorbing these souls, and he ends up with this giant head with little legs, and that's all I could
I
think
do
about.
remember that.
Because
I think.
everyone hated Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, that's why they made
Yep.
it. Yes.
For good reason.
Those are the unwatchable Scooby-Doo episodes.
Oh, man.
I thought they were okay. I mean, I named my guitar Scrappy.
God.
Just
Garrett,
don't associate it.
we only
with-
let you on this episode so you could talk about Warhammer.
Well, your mom.
like for
She
him.
plays
Stay nice
Warhammer.
having one.
Oh.
But
I think everyone has a mom here. Josh has two.
Two moms?
Not everyone, Jack. Not everyone.
oh man, there was something specific I was gonna talk about in the movie too, but it all just kind of blurs together because it was so. I don't want to just keep saying mid, but it was just like they literally the first 45 minutes of the movie they land on a planet and just walk in a straight line and then walk backwards.
It was less than mid. It was just meh.
Yeah.
It doesn't even. It can't. There wasn't money in the budget. for it
Doesn't
to be-
rank a delta on the X end.
No.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched Top Gun Maverick one time.
Wait, are we actually reviewing a movie that we think sucks?
Yeah.
I don't want to say bad things because I know that director Martin Peck
Oh, so we're gonna
looks
get
and
another
stuff
message.
related to it,
Oh, just kidding.
and I don't want it to be like a Barry J. Gillis type deal. I'm like, yeah, I was really hard on you at the party assurance, but it was bad. I didn't care for it.
And the worst part is that they had John Hurt. I mean,
Right?
a lot of these guys, I know you guys don't recognize the names,
Captain Severus John.
but like
Wait.
Sean Pertwee, like he's a famous actor, you know? He's really good. He's one of those faces that you would recognize if you saw him.
Oh my god.
But like yeah, so it's got a lot of those actors, you know what I mean? Who,
Where did the script come from? The story?
that I have no idea. I've never heard of this director.
It legitimately just dawned on me that Captain Severus and John Hurt are two different names. I didn't realize that's what you were saying.
What did you think we were joking
They're
about?
not two names anymore.
I thought you were saying Terrence Stamp played Captain Severus John Hurt. I thought that Captain Severus John Hurt was an actor.
Wait a second. John Hurt plays Chaplain Karnak.
No, because so I read it as Terrence Stamp plays Captain Severus John
I don't
Hurt,
recognize
and,
that face.
then Chaplain Karnak Sean Pertwee plays Brother Proteus. That's how I
Bond guy.
You don't get to read these.
Bond soldiers.
You don't get to watch
Of course, Josh would like that movie.
Because it has dog in the name?
It's a bunch of B-list horror.
can't.
Oh, he was in Event. Wait a minute. Sean Pertwee was in Event Horizon.
Yes.
See, it all comes together, baby. This fan theory really.
Together.
I'm on it. I'm solving this.
I'm gonna say fan theories connected.
No, you need to say confirm and slap a big thing on like Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Myth busted. Or, I don't know.
Myth busted.
We're gonna get sued.
Um,
You guys want to rate this steamy pile?
No.
Jesus. Yeah, I guess we'll go from right to left. We went left to right last time. Right?
Garrett can't rate it.
Yes, I can.
Why can't he?
Didn't you not watch
You
it?
shush up your
I
mouth.
watched it.
I
didn't watch it this morning, but I did watch it.
I would say,
Or will watch it.
Only Alex Stradley can get theirs.
I would say that.
4.5. That'd be my rating.
Interesting. All right.
I'd say there were some cool concepts. I liked a lot of the gore effects were pretty neat when they went into it. There was like a couple scenes that were pretty cool, but like there was just, I guess one thing I respected is that they didn't have a lot to work with, so they didn't try to make it longer than an hour and 10. You know.
Sounded like they had a 20-page script.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Some people stretch out a 20-page script to like a 2-hour movie.
No, they who?
You ever
What?
seen Avatar 2?
Have you ever seen Things?
Hey, don't be mad dogging my man Mary J. Gillis.
Mary J. Gillis.
My man Maury Povich Gillis.
Maury Povich.
Yeah, no. Garrett, what would you give it?
I would rather watch the B movie again.
This isn't a good fella. This is a bad fella. Why doesn't someone just step on this little creep?
You know, according to science, there's no actual way that a bee should be able
According
to
to
fly.
all known laws of aviation,
There we
there's
go.
no way that a bee should be able to lift its tiny little body off the ground.
Is this true?
Have you ever watched the
Josh, don't.
I've never watched
don't.
a bee movie, but it's a meme. The entire script gets
Fell right into the bait.
You guys haven't seen the Bee movie?
Why
I've never
would I?
seen the B movie.
I'm okay with talking shit about Jerry Seinfeld.
Mr. Powerbottom, you need to sit your butt back down here.
You keep cutting illustrious out of his name, see how he feels about that.
I can't believe.
I know, it's like calling someone John Hurt.
All right.
John Hurt's name's John Hurt.
No, it's Severus. Captain
No,
Severus.
There we go. Captain Severus.
That's not
John
even
Hurt.
who John Hurt played. Speaking of which, Chaplain Karnak, he has that little, like he's just standing there while they're getting rushed by the Chaos Marines.
They weren't Chaos Marines.
Okay.
Thought they were.
What the hell are you wearing?
What do you mean?
You look like a bee.
You guys talk about B movie.
According to all known laws of aviation,
Jack shouldn't be able to.
lift his fat rump off the ground.
I can fly. You're admitting it. You've seen me fly.
I've seen your rump leave the ground.
Oh, jeez. Enough
Anyway,
rump talk. Rate the
He said
movie.
at one point to these not Chaos Marines, whatever they are,
Yeah, why were some of them just bad?
he was like, bird. And he held up this thing.
No, he said, oh god, it's not like sacrilege, it's a word like that. Like a synonym for sacrilege.
Blasphemy?
Scrotum. Sacrilege.
Yeah.
Sacrificialist.
Sack.
It was something like
Serpulfulous.
blasphemy, burn, blasphemous, something like that.
Whatever, the point is,
Heretic, yes. Heresy. Yeah.
I read
I'm carrying
that that's a melee weapon in the game.
Melee?
You can pronounce it both
Oh,
ways.
Really?
And he used it at short range. That doesn't make sense.
Did you guys watch the movie with subtitles on?
I turned them on during the last half because someone was getting a little talkative, but there wasn't a whole lot to miss.
No, except for one line, the most beautiful subtitled line in the movie.
Oh, because they were auto-generated.
Yeah. Do you remember when they get on the ship before he finds out that the captain's a demon, and he's talking about how we need to sniff out this taint and find it.
How do you recognize the taint?
We have a chaplain with us. Let him sniff out taint.
Taint? What?
Yeah, they're talking about we.
Oh, yeah. I think I didn't shut up about that forever.
On my YouTube, where I was watching it, said we need to sniff his
You switched to
taint.
YouTube?
Yes, and that's what the subtitles say. We need to sniff his taint.
You're gonna have to get a screen grab of that.
The best part of the film.
Well, I wrote it down in my notes. It was so funny.
You need to go out of your way and find the screen grab. You know, when I edit,
I want a meme of that. I'm gonna start just dropping that on Twitter.
We need to sniff his taint.
All right.
What the? I'm pretty sure the actual line was like, "How do you find the taint?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Which
wasn't
isn't a whole lot better.
right.
Anyway, I'll give it a 3.6. It's on par with, you know that G.I. Joe movie that was all animated with like Storm Shadow and.
Wait, you know, the one with what's the one with the guinea pigs?
Hamtaro?
No. G-Force.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. I
seen
once
it.
got into an argument with somebody about whether or not the female guinea pig was attractive.
Jesus Christ.
I already know what side of the argument you were on.
My argument was that the personality of the guinea pig attractive. The guinea pig itself was a guinea pig, and I do not condone sleeping with animals.
Because they can't consent.
No, sir.
But what about anthropomorphic animals like Lola Bunny?
What?
That'll be a discussion for another episode.
Oh my God, I'm going to hell.
Jesus. All right. I give it a 2.
We just skipped Jayson.
He said 3.6,
I didn't give it enough.
and then we went off in the weeds about Lola Bunny.
All right, Jayson, did you say 3.6?
I said 2.8.
Oh.
And you know what? I'd like to change it to 1.4.
Why?
Listen, I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't watch it again. I don't think it would hold my son's attention. I mean, no, because there's so much walking.
Jack?
Which is probably...
Like a 2.5, right in that range. I feel like they didn't. I don't know. It just wasn't cohesive.
Yeah.
And,
I give it a 3.
I also really like Warhammer and Warhammer 40k. So I mean, it's kind of a letdown, but
Yeah.
there's.
I really hope Henry Cavill does the universe justice. Because he's.
Oh yeah,
did
they're
you
making
hear
a
about
movie.
that?
They're making a movie.
I think they're making a show.
A show.
Like I think he's heading a show now that he's not with The Witcher.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that, but with all the work he put into The Witcher,
And also
to
Henry
stay true to
Cavill.
lore and stuff.
Yeah, so with that,
Hold on.
oh,
One guy wore like the Constitution as a loincloth. That was
Oh yeah. That was the best part. That was the best part.
that was
It
pretty
was like the
sweet.
Bill of Rights over Jimmy.
And in the beginning and the end, Lord was the music obnoxious. It was so loud.
Was it just like? It was just like rock music, right, the whole time.
I thought it was orchestral or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
It was.
I blocked it out.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Yeah. Well, with that, guys, I guess that's our review of Warhammer 40k. Thanks for tuning in. I wouldn't recommend watching it.
I didn't watch it. I BS this whole thing. So I like Warhammer. Ha,
thing
I
is,
got you. You got fooled.
You didn't miss anything.
Potentially, there are other Warhammer movies that are better than this one.
Well, good luck convincing you to watch one.
And this Henry Cavill show would be cool.
Bill?
Whatever his name is. I don't know. I'm done here. Quit the show.
So have a good night.
I'm shutting this down.
Love my
The show's over.
Billion.
Henry Cavill.
I'm the owner and operator of this damn show.